All right, Brandon asks, how much do you think Ballard leans on how the coaching staff is when re-signing guys?
A lot. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I go back to last offseason and think about this one, Joey. Gouge, the guy that Ballard didn't even hire. He goes to Gouge and is like, okay, here are the tackles on the free agent market. Here's film of Anthony Costanzo. You watch. You come back to me and tell me your opinion. So that's a guy you really have no ties to. And clearly, you're giving him, you're trusting his opinion, and you're at least going to use that in some sort of decision-making process. So Gouge obviously came back to him and said, Anthony Costanzo is better than all these guys, and he's cheaper than what you're going to have to give a Nate Solder or insert player here. So I think Ballard definitely trusts him. And I think there now, Joey, is a clear at every position group. Everyone's on the same page. What you want from a scouting standpoint, what the coaches want from a scouting standpoint of players' traits and all that, you have no issue with like you did the previous regime.
From @ColtsForLife33, last year in free agency, it was obvious that the Colts were interested in Andrew Norwell, and many fans wanted him, but with drafting Nelson, was this another master stroke by Ballard?
I think it was a pretty good stroke. Norwell, I think it was a little bit banged up, and I think when he was healthy, he didn't have that great of a year. But you know what? If you sign Norwell and you draft, Derwin James at 6, or hell, you trade back to 10 and you draft Derwin James, and then you still have the rest of your draft like you just had, some people might take that. I think Nelson over Norwell, I think, was the right move, especially when you saw the money get up there for Norwell. But there could have been other ways where you're getting Andrew Norwell. He's 26, 27 years old. He's your guard for the next 7 years. And then you're drafting, another defensive piece. And you still have the rest of that defensive haul, or the rest of that draft haul in general, of Braden Smith and Darius Leonard, all of that. So, yeah, masterful, I think, might be a little bit too much, but I would say it was a really good move.
All right, from Zachary. Actually, this is from Jaguar. Would you be mad at taking BPA at linebacker in the first 3 rounds? I really would like to get a cover linebacker to complement Leonard and Walker.
So, yeah, best player available at linebacker. I don't think it's the most pressing need because teams just don't play base defense, Joey. Like Leonard and Walker were on the field so much more than a third linebacker was on the field this past year. I would say if there's maybe a hybrid safety linebacker, like can play some nickel for you almost, maybe that would be the route I would go. Look, I don't think the linebacker talent is outside of Leonard is like exceptional, but I think it's adequate enough. And they're still really young. I mean, it's crazy. I saw it looked like Anthony Walker had surgery maybe yesterday. Don't know if that was a shoulder or that he had banged up earlier in the year, or maybe wrist or arm, something like that. But, I would probably – linebacker for me is still pretty low on my list.